gentlemen, to Riding in Asia. This is the channel where we take the Honda ADV160, the 2025 model, and we'll see how it performs and handles on the roads in Asia. Well, today we're in Thailand on the beautiful island of Koh Samui, and I wanted to just take a ride down west, head down towards the back streets of down towards Lipanoi, and see how the bike handles the road. So we just stopped at the fuel station and we filled it up with 95. I'm finding that the 95 is definitely the fuel that we need to run this bike on. And I really thank the people that have been watching recently, and especially those that are making some comments. And one of those comments is really what today's episode is going to be about, and that's the handling of the bike. Been thinking whether or not to upgrade and go for a larger capacity, a 350 maybe. But one of the comments was really made me stop and think about the weight and the low center of gravity on this bike. Anyway, that's what we're going to cover a little bit later on. Okay, so the first thing that is really impressing me about this bike is its weight. Now, I think the curb weight is something like 130 kilos, so time you put the fluids in, it's going to be a little bit higher than that. But when you combine that with the seat height of 780, I think it is 780 mils, you really have got quite, you're in control of the bike. I'm not the tallest guy, I'd come in at just in on 5'7". But what I'm finding is that the weight is quite low down in the bike, and it really makes handling quite an easy thing to do. So we're coming up here to the roundabout. Roundabouts are always a fun adventure in Thailand. It's not necessarily give way if you're on the roundabout. It tends to be whatever people really want to do. But just back on the handling. I think that the overall height of the bike's about 1200 mils. So it's not a tall bike by any stretch of the imagination. And I think that the wheels and tyres, 13 on the rear and 14 on the front, it really is a low bike and it's easy to handle. And this was the point, and I thank the subscriber for his note about what the challenges are when you move up to a larger bike. And if you're going to move up to like a 350 or anything that's bigger, you've got a bigger, heavier bike, and you've also got a bike with the weight is not so low, so the centre of gravity is not quite there. Always love riding up on the inside of these cars. Never 100% sure, but for me, when you're riding in Asia, it's sometimes easier and safer to go up the inside. Not sure what I'm behind here, some sort of, might be some sort of Enfield or something. I don't know, but you can certainly hear it. But for me, I really believe that the 25 is proving to be a beautiful thing. I still can't get over the seat. It's so amazingly comfortable. And particularly when you're just cruising along. So today we're just heading down, like I said, we're heading down west. It's a beautiful day. We've had a lot of rain and a lot of high winds, but I'm sort of snuck out. Maybe we can get a little better look at this guy right here. The other thing I'm really enjoying riding the bike is the way it's turning into corners. It really is. It's got something about the way it turns in, and I think I've been talking about the suspension and the damping, and I do believe that it really has a big step forward from the 2025 features. I mean, you've got obviously the ABS, as we've talked about, and it really makes a huge difference from what I can actually see. Just stopped here. There's only a couple of sets of lights in Samui, which is really nice. This is one of them that we're just going to have to make a pause here for. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about the power. I mean, it's 157 cc's. I think it's like 11 kilowatts of maximum power at 8,500 revs. It's not a revvy motor though. The torque in and around 6,500, they say. It's about 14 newton meters. But yeah, it's certainly got the ability to do it. Anyway, as we head down, I just wanted to drop this one and have a beautiful ride today and just give you a bit more detail on the bike and how it's riding. So if you're enjoying the series Riding in Asia, please give it a thumbs up, and if you want to continue following the adventure, then drop a comment if you've got any comments about the handling and the difference between the 160 and maybe a 350. And I look forward to chatting again soon. Okay, bye for now.